Beautiful day in Yorkshire over there, or wherever.
Yorkshire?
And on the 10.
Where is
Yorkshire?
Beautiful day in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah. Welcome to the Foolish Tech Show, everyone.
Beautiful day in Yorkshire over there, or wherever.
Yorkshire?
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Foolish Tech Show. I hope everyone out there is doing great on this Thursday, the 7th of January, this new year, 2016.
Yeah.
If you have any questions or...
The even ones are the bad ones, right?
I don't know where you got that arbitrary information, but no.
Okay.
It's all made up.
But yeah, we want to talk to people, our customers out there, if they want to contact us and chat with us live instead of just watching on the video. Please join us at foolishit.com/live or foolishtechshow.com and get in there. Right now, we don't look like we have any guests in the IRC chat that I can see. So please join us if you want to communicate back and forth instead of just one way.
Oh, of course, the dog wants
And
to be loud now.
That particularly goes out to all of our customers out there who want to know how to use our stuff.
Hey.
Yeah.
No one's in the IRC because it's not working on the website unless, you know, so, I mean, unless you got like your IRC client set up and pointed to irc.foolishit.com:443. You can get us there, at least right now.
Yeah. So that's a little bit more difficult than usual. So that's probably
Yeah, but I'm sure we're gonna be fixing that here in a little bit.
Yeah. We'll get it resolved shortly. And look, we've got somebody in here at least. So someone has joined us. So hopefully that means it's getting towards working. If it isn't already. Or maybe it's a timing thing, because I know Johnny was having some trouble earlier getting in herself, and it eventually got her in. And there's another person joining.
I just tried joining the embedded one again. It worked without issue.
Did she just get in?
Yeah, Johnny's in, and there's two other people in there. Not sure if one of those is Brantley or...
I'm in under my name.
Hey, Fool41116. Love to hear from you. Just chat. Yeah, let us know. Glad you could join us. Sorry we were having a little bit of difficulty earlier with the chat, but it seems to be okay now. Definitely seeing what you're typing.
It is not okay for me, so I'm sure
you would like to see me turn on my video.
It's the open a new window is not going to work. I don't know why.
Just briefly. There you go.
The embedded chat doesn't work for me.
If you didn't blink, you might have seen me, but I don't like to show my face. And I'm eating some soup right now, so that's not
Doesn't
very...
matter.
Michael, you're
gonna connect. The embedded one worked all of a sudden. This is flaky, man. This needs to be fixed.
The viewer said you're sexy, Michael.
Wow. And okay.
Oh God,
Thank you.
Stand this little thing.
This isn't so much for
What happened to you using Merc?
Social
He left.
Oh, I thought that software was crap.
Maybe is there a record?
So I didn't purchase it, and the free bits ran out or something. I don't know. And then, like after a while, I guess it got sick of me using the limited functionality. I don't know. It doesn't like me anymore, so I uninstalled it. But I didn't like it to begin with. Not enough to buy it, so too lazy to do something else.
Anyway, start shooting us emails, and we'll just do it that way.
Michael, you're still in audio.
Nah,
He was actually talking to the viewers.
Was he really?
Yes. He was saying, shoot us an email and we'll answer you that way.
Well, his mic was in the bathroom and he was in his. I don't know. I don't know what he's done. He left it over his head. It just didn't sound right to me. I thought he was on the phone.
Yeah,
Are you
it
on the
was over
phone?
my head. It was over my head. My apologies.
Oh
You're
my
right. It was over
goodness.
my head.
I was like, why is he so rude as to continue to go on like this?
I didn't realize. My apologies.
I just
So what I
connected
was.
to the website and it worked fine.
You,
Oh
sir,
yeah,
are
94914. So yeah, we all seem to be logging into the website just fine. I'm not sure what the external problem is, or we're just a very lonely Thursday at 4 p.m. That might be the case too. That's fine. If everyone's just watching out there, we'll talk about some stuff hopefully.
Oh.
Does anyone know if our regulars join via the website or if they use an IRC client?
Well, see, that's what the
I
thing
think
doesn't Filth
Yeah.
IRC doesn't Filth and Zombie and I thought they used IRC and John G. They don't all look into the site, do they?
I don't see anything that would be limited on the open a new window, and I couldn't find any errors about that error message.
Hey, dumb question.
Shit.
Could we not do just a new window with the embedded bit, and then just like strip all the sidebars and all the other crap out? Way it'd just be bigger.
I mean, we can make the embedded a bit bigger, I guess, in a new window.
Just hang on a second. I'm a moment. I'm on. Oh, duh. You can probably use one of those, I don't know, light box or something like that. Pop out jobs.
Oh no.
Oh, hey. Howdy, people. Zombie Worm has joined. It finally, see, he's having trouble.
Oh.
Thanks, Zombie. Yeah, we're not really clear what the problem is so much.
God,
But
this thing
anything
is
you could tell us, we'll try to work on it, but we're not really clear. You have any and thanks for joining us as usual.
Test is here.
Test Proctor. That's Proctor.
What are we testing?
Is this our first DDoS? Yes, Zombie. This is our first DDoS. We're experiencing currently a distributed denial of service attack. Now, I don't think so. It's possible if it's just affecting our IRC channel. I really think that that's a very focused DDoS, and we're not tempting anyone to attempt any of that, but. We hope that's not the case. Yeah, well, remember, those are Brantley's. That's Brantley's penchant, not so much mine. So if anybody wants to, he'll have to take care of that for us. Actually, start looking at the traffic, Brantley, right? Sniff it up, see what's coming.
I'm just going to continue to ignore you, Michael.
Awesome.
I need to put a land turtle like right there where the undersea cable comes off of the comes out of the water, and see what I can get there.
Okay.
But Brantley, you could talk about some of your devices that might help fill up the time.
Oh my goodness, what's going on? Is no one doing a show? What's wrong?
Well, I'm trying to talk to keep it from being dead air. I love some
Okay, I
assistance
thought we
with it.
didn't we have something planned. What's wrong?
We did have something planned, but Proctor changed his mind.
I was working on Repair Shopper R, but I'm not ready to do a show on it.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, something I've been wanting to do with my Pi, and I haven't really started it yet, but I wanted to.
Well, let's do. Well, I don't have my Pi, and I'm really dying here. So why don't?
Oh, you still haven't gotten it?
No, I still haven't gotten it. So if you've got yours and you have a few minutes, why don't we just set up a quick
It's
project
not here.
with that?
I don't have it
it's
here.
not- You don't have it yet? Okay.
It's at home. But the project I want to do is to connect my Pi to the navigation screen in my car, because the navigation system sucks. I don't like it, but I'd like to use the interface the Pi with the touch screen in the car and do something with that.
Okay. Brantley, do you aware of any packages to make that happen? Pi car. I'll look it up. Pi car interface. Raspberry Pi. The iCarus project. iCarus. i-carus.com. Let's see what these guys have to offer. Something like that.
Most everything I've seen so far, you have to use another screen, but I actually want to use the one that's built into my car.
No, you need to build a whole device like this. It'll be much more, it'll give you
What kind of
what you
input does
need,
your
and
car screen take?
Haven't checked yet.
anyway, that might be something you want to consider, but that's just the first thing I saw. There's a whole forum, it seems, about it. Oh, they're using the same forum system. I'm not sure. Using the Raspberry for beginners troubleshooters projects. Cases. Projects.
That iCarus thing looks like a complete system ready to go.
Yeah, it does, but I mean, I'm sure you could actually build it, maybe using them as a model, just to, they've done it so they know it works, so it's possible, and then maybe you could build something more economically for yourself, or maybe integrate it with your existing stuff there. That's what you'd have to do. You'd have to figure out how that screen is connected. You'd have to wire the connection. You'd have to use probably the I/O header or something to interface. Probably just the HDMI to interface with it, but you might have to convert it if it's on an HDMI cable. Something along those lines, I would say. And I mean, you could make it work.
I think I found
with that
something.
software.
I think I found
You did what?
something to fix the IRC. We won't know until it restarts though. I don't want to restart it right now. Yeah, Proctor, for your screen thing, I'm imagining they have it wired directly from the screen to the car output. Unless you see any
Yeah.
connections.
There's a DVD player underneath the passenger seat that runs the navigation system, and that interfaces to the screen. But I haven't gotten in there and to see what kind of interface it uses.
Hey, Brantley, check it out. It looks like it's just going to be a straight, like, RCA cable for the video, S-video, whatever it is. And the Pi, you need a wireless. Okay, yeah, that's got all the parts like for this particular project. But remember that you don't need to load the software that they're talking about. These are going to give you ideas about connecting the Pi to your car's existing system, and I'm betting that they're all using probably just the RCA connector to begin with. And in that case,
if your car has a HDMI, you'd be better off just getting a Chromecast and just casting your phone screen to it.
oh, well, that's probably easier. Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, that would work.
Because with the Pi, you're going to have an internet connection anyway.
Phone for the internet connection.
Huh?
I would use my phone as the internet connection.
Yeah, so if you're already doing that, it'd be easier just casting your phone screen. I would think, at least. Because otherwise, I doubt, well, if it is a touchscreen, I doubt that the Pi is going to have drivers for that touchscreen.
Yeah, it is touchscreen.
Or that it's going to interface through the DVD player to do the touchscreen stuff. So
Gotcha.
you'd end up having to use a mouse anyway. So yeah, casting your phone would be much simpler.
Yeah. That, I guess, is maybe the best option for the Pi.
Oh, so I did see something earlier today. This was rather interesting. Sorry, zombie worm. This isn't going to make it any better. So they discovered a new attack for HTTPS that reveals data about passwords and GPS coordinates. And apparently it can be used on any HTTPS data that's been recorded up until this attack is discovered. And there's a few ways you can mitigate it, but it's nothing that end users can do on their side. It's something that webmasters have to do on their side. So that looks kind of scary. And that means that if anybody has recorded your HTTPS traffic, they have a chance of being able to decode it with no problems now.
Hey, Proctor, also, there's another link I found regarding the Pi. I don't know if you're still considering that or not, but it's another one.
And another thing for Last Encrypt, even though it's still in public beta, they've already found a malvertising campaign using one of their certificates. So Let's Encrypt is the giving away free SSL security certificates. I couldn't even get it to work. I tried to get a free certificate for our IRC chat actually, and I couldn't get the dependencies and things to work correctly. But apparently this Malvertising company did, and they got a free certificate, and they used it to advertise malware. Very unfortunate. They did, Zombie Worm. Symantec did get in big trouble for handing out certificates to just anybody. And this is another one from Ian earlier today in the chat. He had posted this link about
Hey,
Microsoft.
dumb question is, guys.
What?
Guys, is this my internet or is he in and out?
Yeah, Brantley's jumbled.
I can't. I am hearing like every other word, maybe.
Yeah, me too.
Starts
I thought
out
it was
alright,
my
and
internet.
within a
It's
few
not
seconds
me.
it gets jumbled.
Awesome! Great day today.
Yeah, pretty. Here's Proctor. Here's another regarding the car thing. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot of people doing these projects, and you know, if your car has Wi-Fi within it, does it? Do you have one of those plans?
No.
'Cause that would certainly make things a bit easier. If you had something like that, but you don't necessarily need an internet to work with the Pi, so it could be a media player for your car or you know, like that thing, but they cover the hardware and the software and all the specifics, so it'll really give you, I think, those things will give you a good idea of what might be involved in doing it. Whether or not you actually want to do it is a whole another matter, but a lot more information than I had expected. That JeePi, the JeePi interface,
Yeah.
kind of cool. Oh, and there's a bunch of Raspberry Pi pranks.
What?
Prank devices made out of Pis. You know, like I think there's one here that says an internet-controlled car horn. You know, and just built to annoy people, basically, I'm sure. There's a Pi BMW interface board. Do you have a BMW?
No, it's a Honda.
Oh, they don't make those. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, it's just, oh, kick ass. That's awesome. The board just mounts directly on top of the regular Pi using the header, the 40-pin header. And has the connections on it to interface with the BMW's internal system.
That's pretty cool.
And they also included an improved sound interface on it for better audio output. So they improved the quality that you would have had without that. So that's a link to that is right here. And you know, something like that would probably make it very easy for you to do what you wanted, but I don't know that they have these things for Hondas, but let me see. Honda. Oh, no, no, no.
Michael, talk about that link.
Well, if they did it with a Honda Civic.
You're looking at the Pi bus link?
No, not right now. There's a that's for the Pi bus is for the BMW one. I'm trying to figure out what this other link is though here. I think there's going to be a reference to how you're going to connect. Yep. With a Raspberry Pi nestled in the center console below the Honda Civic center tack, Goal was able to hook it snugly into the HDMI and USB ports. So Honda Civics have HDMI ports, and if Honda Civics do, probably yours would too.
Yeah, depends on what year it is.
Yeah, of course.
Where are you at? What link are you at, Michael?
Okay, so I'm going to, yeah, my apologies. This is the one I was currently looking at. I'm just trying to get some relevant bits of information from it, though. So that's a possibility. Here is another blog post on raspberrypi.org relating to, before you fly, Brantley posted um, a link relating to his drone, maybe flying stuff. Entered use company. Before you fly is an easy-to-use smartphone app that helps unmanned aircraft operators determine whether there are any restrictions or requirements in effect at the location where you want to fly. Oh, this is great. Key features of the Before You Fly app include a clear status indicator that immediately informs the operator about the current or planned location. For example, it shows flying the special flight rules around Washington, D.C. is prohibited, information on parameters that drive the status indicator, a planner mode for future flights, informative interactive maps, links to FAA resources, and whatnot. So that might be useful for all you drone owners out there.
It will even, if you're close to an airport, it will let you submit your flight data so that you can alert the airport tower operator.
Oh,
like
wow.
From within the app, you can just submit what your flight plans are, and it'll send it over to the airport tower operator.
Thank you for sharing that.
Zombie Worm, I didn't post that picture on Facebook. That was Michael's Facebook showing the drone outside of his house. And it gave you a nice 360 view of it too, if you can get to his Facebook page.
I don't know who keeps updating my Facebook page that I'm not aware that I own, but apparently someone is.
It's a group effort between all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You do some interesting things.
Right.
It's a lot of work updating your Facebook page.
Yeah.
I know most people have to pay others to update their Facebook pages for it.
We wish you'd just take it over.
No, it wouldn't be half as not even a fourth as interesting then. Michael
That gets you started like with the Carputers. The Carputers is a really interesting partner as well. Might want to look at that one too. And go ahead, Brantley. You were saying, Michael, you might want to.
No, I would imagine Michael's Facebook page would just talk about how much he hates Facebook. And like tell other people,
yes,
you shouldn't be reading this. Get off Facebook.
go have yourself go see an exorcist and yeah. I don't know. I don't. Who would want to advertise to not use something by doing something? Like, would I advertise not smoking from a tobacco shop? Well, maybe. I don't know. Would that work? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, Filthix joined us! Yay! Filth, good to see you. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, Filthex,
well?
If you didn't see the notes from yesterday's show, we talked about your DSS thing and some of the things that Nick saw that you could adjust in your batch file. So if you look at the show and the notes, it has where you want to jump to, and it's like at the very, very end of the show. So, but he had some good recommendations for you.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Sorry we missed you. Hope everything went well for you yesterday. I was saying, I think I broke up there.
I don't think I have any other interesting links to post today.
You posted one earlier about Windows 7.
That was actually one from Ian in the chat earlier today. Microsoft is apparently claiming that Windows 7 is full of problems and people need to switch off of it because Windows 10 is much more secure. And I actually agree with that.
I saw a link to that. So.
I agree that Windows 10 is more secure, but it's only more secure from people outside of Microsoft because it definitely pulls a lot more in to Microsoft than any of the others did. Like they had
Yeah,
another link about how they got called out for tracking how many hours you spend on Windows 10, which apps you're opening on Windows 10 and using. And it was because one of their people were like, one of their people was given a talk about it, and they were like, Windows 10 is doing great. We've had like 10 billion pictures opened in Windows Photos, and we've had people spend over
Where'd you get that info?
11 million hours on Windows 10 in December. And people are like, wait, what? How do you know that? And they were like,
we're just guessing. We're just guessing.
Estimate. No comment. That's what they said.
Yeah, no comment, effectively, and then they just pointed to some bullshit post about how great their numbers are. Oh, Zombie saying, asking if D7X is more secure than D7 II. Well, we have always taken security, we've considered security from the get-go with all of our D7 products, including, we encrypt data that's stored in the cloud, in dcloud for you currently. D7X is going to continue with that, and if there's any possibilities to improve it, we will. For instance, moving away from FTP and moving towards
we'll
HTTP
be doing,
and
all of our server communications will be over HTTP. At the moment, I'm looking into doing a new certificate so we can do HTTPS. Yeah, I guess that's about it. The whole deal with everything has always been though encrypted with 256 AES in an archive in transit, and on our server it's never decrypted. It's encrypted with your technician password for D7.2 or your account password for D7. Or I think it is a separate. It's master password or something in D7. I don't remember. But
yeah.
it's like it's like 7-zip archive, with the AES 256.
But no, we've always taken our customers' data and their the reports that might have sensitive information, and it.
Like we don't even have access to it. Like if you were like, hey, can you crack that thing open? We'd be like, no, because we don't. Not unless you know the password. I mean, then you can do it with 7-zip, but still, you got to get it from the.
Yeah. And if we have if anyone out there has any recommendations regarding suggestions for security improvements, we'd love to hear it, and we're always considering those things. And that's exactly what we're involved with on a daily basis as far as D7X design is concerned. So
keep in mind that we're looking at HTTPS for client server communications. We just need to get an SSL certificate for that, but D7X will be doing all that over HTTP, at least with the option of the I guess the late TSL latest whatever TLS 3.
yeah, and
we can do all that. We're going to do all that, but if we can get that set up, shouldn't be a big deal.
And one last one, Proctor, for this is a 94 Honda hatchback with a Raspberry Pi and display and all the connections and stuff, and doing it that way. So if if that was done, I don't think you would have nearly as much trouble getting it into your much more modern vehicle. And it's Hackaday, so it's a pretty good well documented link there.
It does look like mine is RCA.
Okay, RCA. So if yours is RCA, that's still does the Pi 2
it's only for communicating with the touchscreen is gonna be the problem.
Yeah.
Well, the driver.
I totally forgot. If you refresh the page, that link for open in a new window doesn't open the one that definitely doesn't work. It opens a new embedded one that's just larger on our site that
you need to use
will probably work eventually if you keep trying.
Okay. So let me see. RCA.
Works for me.
Pi 2, GPIO.
Filthex, we have heard that there's version 2 of PCRT. That's actually what Proctor was using during his reviews and shows on it.
Yeah.
He was actually using the pre-release.
Yeah, I was using the
version.
beta version.
Yeah. So it definitely did look good and worked well in beta even.
Okay, so yeah, so that audio jack on the Raspberry Pi that you have, Proctor, that can be connected directly to the RCA. So you can just get a 3.5 millimeter stereo to RCA cable.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
then
so-
I guess my only issue is going to be interfacing the touchscreen with the Pi.
Yeah, that's going to get you the visual communication, but then it's got to have the touchscreen part of it has got to interface via, if it's RCA only, otherwise it's got to communicate with it the rest of the system somehow. So I'm assuming it's some sort of USB interface.
I think it may be.
And whether or not the pinout is the same to just be able to plug it in, but even if it wasn't, it probably is a small matter to get some sort of adapter to make that happen. The harder part would be a driver, but actually, you know, there's so much development out there seemingly. I bet they created some, they might have that out there. I mean, it might be doable with a little bit of work and connectors.
You know, I just realized something. I didn't elaborate a little bit more on the whole security thing and the information that's transferred. It occurred to me that we don't have like an official statement or something. We, although I've said before, it's just in various locations. I don't think there's no official place to read this that is linked to, but we never transmit. I think like the only things that are ever even transmitted to our server from with the cloud server is when you store your config on the server, and like I said, it was the 7-zip that was encrypted with your password that we don't have, but it is even if someone were to open that, the only data that's inside is your, I guess, your email configuration set up. If you have an FTP server set up, that data is in there. The login credentials for that data, and even probably I think the server location, I'm not sure, but we'll do it. If not, is string encrypted. So even in opening the configuration file, it's not human readable, and that will be still another challenge, and it's always been like that, even since D7.2 has always been like that. I don't know if D7 always string encrypted the password, but I don't recall if it did the other settings. D7.2 does others, the username and all that. But yeah, I mean, so there's no real like any information on your client's computer, any computer you're working on is never transmitted anywhere unless to your FTP through your functionality. And in that case, if you're asking about that security, where you have an FTP server set up and you're transmitting your customers' reports to your server, well, for one, I will say we don't allow even those reports on our server. There's no way you can put them there. But transmitting that to your server, you're kind of just reliant on the secure archive that's AES 256 encrypted. That's kind of what you're relying on with their, but the only thing you're getting that would be even in those reports are like computer names and product keys and things, whatever you've gathered. But you know, that could be of a concern. And then in D7X, it won't be at launch, and I don't even know if I want to do it with the FTPS or SFTP, doing that, SSH or just the regular FTPS. that it's possible. I don't know how much time I want to spend on it because I'm moving to the HTTP communication, which is far faster. And if we go that route and you set up your own SSL certificate on your server, basically, I mean, like what we're talking about doing, instead of letting you host your own FTP, which I guess you could still do, is rolling out like an Amazon EC2 instance that's pre-configured as a server once some more server-side software for D7X is introduced, because there will be some for various purposes that you will control on your own server optionally. And so when you roll out that, you would be able to install your own SSL certificate and then take advantage of the HTTPS communications by yourself, and then not even use our server for anything. But that again, that's just I don't know if it'd be worth the time to go back and work with FTP again in light of doing all that. But I think that's been clear. I mean, that's about all there's really no other information gathered.
Yeah, and crypto prevent and any of those don't transmit any data to us except for the bulk edition, but that's not personal information.
Proctor, that's the type of cable that you would need.
I don't think there's anything else. DSport Suite, it emails everything with sensitive data through your configured email account.
That doesn't have a lot of sensitive data, though, that it emails, does it?
Well, no. I mean, like problems with your computer specs, your computer name, your WAN IP.
Yeah.
That's in there. It is encrypted in that, in the zip, but same format, AES 256, but it's not. Which, mind you, is not a password protected zip file. That's a different thing. Windows password protected zip. Your Windows won't open one of those even when supplying the password. You have to use, So.
Zombie Worm, currently no changes in defunct.
Oh man, yep. But that's the big change, actually.
Yeah, there are coming changes for it, but currently none.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be the centerpiece of D7X. That'll be a big change in and of itself.
That'll be nice.
The way I would use it anyway. I mean, it'll be configurable to an extent, but.
Really, Michael?
Oh, just dog food, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's just dog food.
Oh, yeah, right. At least he's not pouring his Captain Crunch bowl.
Yeah. I'm going to take this dead air opportunity to refill my glass and charge my headset for a few minutes.
You had to say Captain Crunch.
Proctor, by the way, did you ever go home and watch the show on your TV, see if it was any different?
Oh, no, but Ashley's watching it live right now.
Texter.
She said my background looked good.
Yeah, Asheville Lord of Lords, Matthew.
Has to be right here, like that. That's what my green screen's gonna be, a picture of me going like this. And then I'll be sitting here. They're doing that to me. So it'll have the same background and everything, but it'll just have a me standing over here.
Brantley's ideal companion in life is Brantley, apparently. That's from outside. He's outside of his house. You saw the inside, the library. That was one of the rooms in his house. But he lives in Asheville in this rather large estate in the center of town. And
it's called the Biltmore Estates, and Michael didn't pay any attention in school growing up, so he didn't learn about it.
Originally built by George Vanderbilt.
Yeah, the Vanderbilts, yeah, the rich guys. So they, I mean, did you guys visit it as part of like school trips or something? I mean, because I've never heard of this place.
I cannot believe you've never heard of the Biltmore Estate. How long have you lived in North Carolina? Oops.
I mean, my entire life. Well, let's see, about.
I've never visited it, but I have heard of it.
No, it's 7, 8, 9, 10. We moved forward, so 10 years plus the last 6 years. No, 16 years in North Carolina I've lived. But that's not even.
Have all of those been in eastern North Carolina?
It was in Goldsboro and Snow Hill and then
Zombie
here.
Worm, you getting all this?
But that was back in the 80s. I mean, in Goldsboro and stuff. I think I maybe.
About how far away are you from Goldsboro now?
Okay, not way far, just continents away. Oh, come on, guys. It's just down the road from me. Are you zombie? Are you zombie? You see me when I leave my house at night. I do. Anytime somebody walking on the side of the road, I check them out, shake them out. Check them out.
I don't want to know what you're doing on the side of the road at night.
Yeah. I don't think any of us do.
I do.
No.
I just want to know. I didn't say I wanted a picture to see it or anything like that. I want to be able to tell others.
Advertising.
So cool. So very, very cool.
Yay. They do have grapefruit Sculpin in kegs. And I can get it here.
They had it in bottles at the Harris Teeter the other day.
Yeah. The grapefruit?
Just the other day they put some in it.
Bottles at the Harris Teeter.
There's a couple. Only the grocery stores will get bottles around here. Any other smaller establishments, everybody gets cans, mostly because that's except for the brew through. But the guy who I ain't gonna tell about that. But the guy, cans are better for the, it's people, bottles, beach, all that mess. Sculpin, P-I-N. S-C. Yeah, let's look at that. Normally I have a can, but it is Ballast Point. Let's throw the link in there. This is, I normally drink the regular, but the grapefruit, I really love it. And I don't like grapefruit. There we go.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
like
like
a bad Google link. Sorry
I don't like grapefruit either, and I do happen to like the Sculpin grapefruit.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good combination, but it's a really good beer.
But you really don't taste the grapefruit. That's where they win.
Yeah, it just does something with the hops together.
I think the acidity of the grapefruit with the hops, I don't know, but it does works well.
The second link works. Yeah. The second link is what? Anyway, but that's the Sculpin. That's the regular. But they have a grapefruit anyway. It's on there somewhere. Ooh. So they got a lot of other things, but they have several IPAs that, gosh, their website's not very, oh, I see how it's set up. Habanero Sculpin? Oh dear.
That just sounds like you're asking for some kind of trouble.
Right notes, Hoppy Bite, original one of our favorites. This version takes the balance of flavors to the next level. The citrusy floral heat of habaneros. Citrusy floral heat. Okay. I normally don't get that out of a habanero. I just get the heat part. Sculpin are known to sting, but this one's got a kick. Okay. Food pairings, coconut basmati rice. That's awful specific. Jamaican jerk chicken, tropical bread pudding. Yeah, well, they have a number of IPA. I love the, I'm an IPA person, so. Even Keel, I haven't tried that one either.
Thanks for your due diligence, Zombie Worm. Filthex posted a link to a GrillBot that cleans your grill.
Oh. Interesting. I just put it. Oh. Oh, I think I left it downstairs. Bummer. Do I have to go get that? I am so not going downstairs again. Proctor got me an awesome grill brush for Christmas is what I was tripping out on. It's like a giant metal job. It's like grilled, I don't know, something. It's a giant like metally job, and it holds water, and it like just you fill the tank, and then you just turn it on, and you're scrubbing the shit out of it, and water's coming out while your grill's hot, you know, and the brushes are hardcore. It comes with extra brush, like detachable and replaceable brush head thingies, and that's pretty cool.
Grill Daddy.
Oh, Grill Daddy. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. It is pretty cool. It's a substantial piece of equipment. It's like heavy, and it's there. You're not going to forget you're holding that. I figured I could just, you know, use it for like, I don't know. Beer number 431. Everything else had a name, I thought. Grapefruit Sculpin is beer-431.
Glenn just joined the chat.
Awesome.
Hey, Glenn. I don't know if, well, everybody watching the show didn't hear about it, but Glenn has a new addition to his extended
Finally!
family.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, man.
So happy to hear that. She was well overdue, wasn't she? I mean, that baby was, what, a month old when it was born?
I know.
Or at least a few weeks? I mean...
He's been talking about it since, like, November.
That seems that way. the sixth trimester of pregnancy.
Yay!
The 23rd trimester. Abortions of 23 trimesters.
Yeah, we need some names or something.
There would have been nothing wrong if he did.
Johnny, yeah, I mean, that's a beautiful name.
Hey, wait, where did Glenn say that? I'm looking at the chat now.
He said it a few days ago. I told you all about it when he was saying it.
Last I heard, he hadn't had it yet. So
Do we have the details?
yeah, we need precise measurements,
Awesome.
weight,
Take it, it's a
hair
guy.
color, DNA sample, mouth swab. Jake.
Man, how did I miss this? I'm gonna need a log. I'm gonna need.
I don't believe in your
minutes.
child's
I'm
birth.
gonna need the minutes of whatever meeting that I was supposedly in read back to me where this was announced. Wow. They're picking on you in chat, Michael.
No, they are.
But that's fun, though. So,
My,
come on.
it's yeah. I guess you're a little ironic. You're absolutely right as far as me not wanting to share that and then asking for all that information about your newborn child. I was, but I mean, you know, right? We all love to share our specs about
It's
our
his
new
grandson.
PCs or anything else, you know, and it's just the specs of the new child.
Isn't it his grandson, not his child?
No, not his child, his grandson.
Oh, it's grandson.
Yeah, daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, it was right. It was right after PhilThex asked about the DSS stuff. So not yesterday, but the day before.
Man, I was thinking about DSS stuff, or I was in the bathroom.
Well, Glenn,
Awesome.
you don't look a day over 25, so it's hard for me to consider that you would have a grandson, you know.
Pentium
at your-
1 gigahertz. That's right. The specs of the child. He's a Pentium 1 gigahertz.
Yeah, I think Glenn said that the water broke and then the baby was born an hour later. So they were like in and out.
Nice.
Oh,
That's good.
That's wild.
That's really good.
Fast.
Is
Wild.
this is like not the first? Then I would guess he's probably AFK. He says. I would imagine. From what I understood, Jade, who's had 3, says it just gets easier. They just like her
They
third
do.
one slipped out like a hot dog or something. Just
Yeah.
falling out.
Jesus.
Something.
Okay, so
I
the
don't know.
first
What was
one,
that?
my sister-in-law's
Dog.
my sister-in-law's first one.
I just
was
realized how
very-
dirty that was. I've never thought. I was like, oh, a cute little hot dog. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I think that was a different.
That's how it got started.
Oh,
What?
Ah.
What did you post there? What is that Amazon link? Oh. So that's the specific one?
Why didn't you post that in the IRC chat, Proctor?
Why didn't I post
Yeah.
what?
You can post it in the IRC chat. See, so
Post
this
what?
is maybe what I
Yeah,
can put my green
that's the
screen
grill.
on.
Oh, I thought that was the grill. I didn't know that was the stand.
Oh yeah, that was from before we started the video.
Yeah. I didn't look at the timestamp.
Oh, yeah, obviously didn't.
It was so long ago, I forgot what you were talking about.
I thought you had posted a link to the Grill Master.
Oh no, I put that in the IRC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's this thing? What is
Grill
what am I
Daddy.
saying? What is this?
Buy
No,
Grill
this
Daddy.
is dumb. This is dumb. Backdrop support.
That's what Proctor has.
Yeah,
That's why
semicircle.
So nice.
So that's
I think
just the
problem you're
tool.
going to run into with the circular one, John, is that the lighting's not going to be
Oh crud! You're right. Because
clear
crap.
because just a shadow can really change how the green screen works.
Shoot, yeah.
Mine doesn't come in till tomorrow. And it'll be like either right before the show or during the show that UPS will come.
What size is this
terribly
puppy that you sent us?
Oh, it's huge. What
Huge.
is like?
It's huge. It's huge.
Like how huge?
It's I'll look it up.
It's enough to wrap around me like 4 or 5 times.
Don't you have one there, Nick?
It's like twice as big as my head.
I do, but I haven't removed it from the
Why?
cellophane.
It's like 12 feet by 12 feet or something like that, or you know.
It's 10 foot wide by 13 feet long.
Okay, well, okay, close
Was it
enough.
wide
That-
and long?
Really?
What tank?
No.
Where?
How many?
Bigger than-
What's the girth? What's the girth like?
Okay, long maybe means. I don't know.
Did you say baby
I'm so
beans?
confused. Okay, 10 feet. 13 feet.
What was that in scale, Proctor?
Well, you have to put. You need to put
Hey,
something up
wait.
against you to
Can
put
I
your
ask a
scale.
question?
You know, Proctor's
Can I
2
ask a
feet
question?
tall, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why does it matter which direction you're? Why does it matter?
It
why-
wouldn't. I mean, if you wanted to hang it on 13 feet wide, that would be fine. It's,
And 10 feet tall.
yeah.
Interesting.
But how high is your ceiling is where it would matter.
How angled
Well,
is
see,
your
I have,
camera?
I have the extra just draped onto the floor behind it.
See, it needs to be clamped at the bottom or something too.
Donut pillow memory foam seat cushion. Thank you, Zombie. I'm sure Nick will
I have it
consider
clamped at
that.
the bottom of the poles with the clamps that came
They
with it.
told me. I've read not to do those. I've read not to do those. Not to do the circular ones. This one like is shaped, and you can see I've been sitting on it, so it's actually not as hilly and valley as this one would be. Perhaps that I have like actually that was about the same really. I don't know. Well, anyway, maybe I'm not that heavy. Well, anyway, these I've like never really sat on this one. This one's a Spinapedic, but it wasn't really. This one, the
You
Zen,
have a link?
the Zen Comfort here. This is the one that was recommended for the prostate issues. So that's the one I'm primarily saying. They're basically the same thing. I just wanted to make sure.
Could you shoot Zombie a link? He's interested,
Yeah.
and apparently, since that
Yeah.
circular one is not going to do what he needs, we'll make
Well,
sure.
what I read is that long hours on the circular one will really aggravate you. Whereas I don't know about this one. Actually,
at Zombie.
this one,
thought you
Look
had
at
hemorrhoids
Zombie's
before.
well, this one though, the only thing that's bad about this one is for your legs. Are you always sitting like this, or with your legs straight forward? Maybe if you're a smaller guy, you don't have so big legs. I have my mother's thighs,
It can be
so
filthy.
they just spill out of this thing anyway. And I'm not sitting with my legs straight forward. I'm kind of off. I'm kind of open a little bit. I'm airing out. So,
It's
so
also
it's
no
like your legs kind of sit. So
as
your
well.
legs kind of like your point being is that your legs kind of like rest on this a little bit more, kind of outward a little bit like that. I find it for me, but beyond that, I don't really have anything to compare to. I just read a bunch of people in a forum were not happy about sitting on circles. So I was
Zombie
like,
wanted to know if we could get branded ones for resubscribers.
I know.
think he really.
D7X.
I think he really does think D7X is going to be D for donut.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's the replacement for the mouse pad. You know, mouse pads are gone, out of style.
That would be a great giveaway for the Spiceworks like on stage thing. Here's your foolish IT branded donut.
Well,
you may remember them last year from the automated egg tray.
Well, actually, what we would have to do, like a set of them, four, like 4 of these, and like maybe a couple other little things, something like that. But that would be really cool.
That would just be great to have them give out on stage and like have to say the name of it. Nick's currently looking into branding options.
I shall actually very soon, but
D7 Donuts. Does that mean we're gonna come out with some foolish IT toilet seats too?
Wow. It's a lot of. I don't, and I'll say I'm gonna post the link to 2 of them. I don't know if.
We put Nick's face on the bottom of the toilet seat, and that'll make everybody want to close it.
Okay, here's one. That's the one that I sit on almost exclusively. And the other one I've only sat on actually once or twice, and that's this one. I can't really compare them very much. And you'll also note that they have the affiliate ID of a friend on there instead of our affiliate ID, and I apologize for that. I wish we were getting the money, but we're not. So
that's the American Amazon. He'll have to go to the UK Amazon.
Oh,
remember, he's vice versa from what happened to us.
Well, it's hey, you can get the exact names of the products from the page. Why doesn't Amazon just have a button that goes
I don't know.
added.co.uk?
He's using the Zen one right now, Zombie. He hasn't even tried the other one, he said.
I have tried the other one once or twice. There may have been a reason why I've only tried the other one once or twice. I don't know. Let me try it right now. No reason not to. I like the thing I do like about the Zen is that it's softer. Oh yeah, it's softer. Okay, I see what's going on here. Wait a minute. Nope. First set. Hang on. Let me just give it a minute. Feels like more firm. The other. Okay, one thing I can tell you is that my pants are sliding around way easier, and I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing on the Spinapedic. Seems like it's more firm too. Spinapedic supposedly for a spine thing. I don't know. I don't even sit like it's made for. But it looks exactly the same as the Zen Comfort, which I guess is for whatever. But
he posted a link. To
yeah, I'm talking about donuts. Yes, I'm talking about donuts.
He posted a link to another one he was looking at. If you wanted to check that one out.
Well, that's a kneeling. Oh, that's those kneeling chairs. That's one of those things. No, not for me anyway. And you can still use a donut on that. No, really. And I would need one. Even still. The trick is to push it back in.
He's talking about hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah, that is gross. Yeah. No, my issue is I don't have hemorrhoids. My issue is I sit too long. I sit at a desk too long. And so I've had, we had a men's health episode, or whatever, middle-aged men's health episode, I guess it turned into at some point, but a while back. But I sit too long doing the coding and everything else. I did my toggle when we started doing toggle, and I started noticing I was getting like, 80-hour plus weeks, and that was just average. It was like 90, up to 90 and stuff sometimes, down to 70 sometimes, but it's 80-hour weeks, and it takes a toll on you, a big toll. Well, apparently over time, it takes a toll on your prostate. And just even everything from just sitting there and just hanging on to it for a few minutes while you're finishing something up, and holding it to just the pressure and other things of the way your muscles work when you sit, and so it's not good. I have to fix that. I guess the result was that I could not. I was urinating, and it was, I thought I was done. I felt everything was done, right? Yeah. You get up a few minutes later. You weren't quite done. What happened there? And I was like, so I went to the doctor, and I got this like massage of the prostate and some other mess, and he was like, you sit too long. He did a full exam, and he was like, you're just sitting down too long, that's all. And it's not something that you can fix over time, and it's not something that you can even fix with the donut. So I'm trying to take breaks and getting up and stuff, and stretching that puppy out. Now that we went there.
Catalyzing something while he rides bikes for long periods of time.
Tumbleweed, yeah, I know. It's now that I went there, and it was funnier on the other show, I guess. I guess it was built up too much now already.
Well, we are well past our limit for today if we want to wrap it on up.
I'm ready. I gotta go do other things. I'm done. I've been working butt today.
All right, everyone. Thanks, Zombie Worm,
Working
Pilthex,
prostate.
Glenn, for all joining. We know you're interested, Zombie Worm. That's why we were more than happy to talk about it for a long period of time.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of people that just won't talk about stuff like this, and a lot of people that aren't in such situations where they will hear about stuff like this. So
well, that is something that affects techs everywhere, I imagine. I mean,
yeah, it's we're all doing.
Yeah, I sit down a lot.
We generally sit on our ass all the time.
Working hard, but still sitting.
It's like those.
The older you get, the more you're gonna sit.
Those other shows out there that just give you here's how to do better in business, blah 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 blah. I'm like, hey, here's how to fix your prostate because you work too much. That's what this show is about.
That will inherently help your business. Just like if someone was more concerned about security, Michael, that would inherently help his privacy. But we'll save that for tomorrow's show. So everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. And yes, we'll have a prostate roundup next time, Zombie Worm, sometime in the future.
See you later, Phil.
See y'all later. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. And have a good one.
Yeah, take care. Bye, Internet.
Bye.